The sands of Egypt whisper tales of a glorious past, where pharaohs ruled as gods and pyramids pierced the sky. Beneath this grandeur, a darker secret lay buried for centuries: the practice of servant burials. In the ancient Egyptian belief system, death wasn't an end but a transition to the afterlife. Pharaohs and nobles prepared for this journey, with elaborate tombs filled with treasures, and tragically sometimes, with their servants. This macabre practice, once shrouded in mystery, has been slowly unveiled through meticulous archaeological excavations. These digs have unearthed not just skeletal remains, but also a wealth of artifacts, offering a glimpse into the lives and deaths of those who served the elite in ancient Egypt. Join us as we delve into the secrets of servant burials, exploring the archaeological evidence, the rituals, and the beliefs that shaped this ancient practice. Chapter 1. Unveiling a Hidden World. Ancient Egyptian tombs are more than just burial sites. They are portals to the afterlife, meticulously designed to ensure the deceased's smooth transition. For the elite, these tombs were lavish palaces filled with treasures, provisions, and everything they believed they would need for their eternal journey. Amidst the gold jewels and ornate sarcophagi, a chilling discovery awaited archaeologists: the remains of servants buried alongside their masters. The practice of burying servants with their masters was most prevalent during the early dynastic period in the Old Kingdom, roughly from 3100 to 2180 BC. During this era, the pharaoh was considered a living god, and his death had profound implications for the entire kingdom. To ensure his continued power and authority in the afterlife, servants were sacrificed to accompany him, providing for his needs and serving him in the next world. While the practice of human sacrifice declined over time, it was replaced by symbolic burials. Instead of actual human sacrifices, servants were sometimes buried with their masters symbolically, represented by figurines called ushabti. These ushabti were believed to come to life in the afterlife and perform the tasks required of the deceased. This practice reflects a gradual shift in religious beliefs, a move away from literal sacrifice towards a more symbolic representation of servitude in the afterlife. Chapter 2. Servants for Eternity. The selection of servants for burial wasn't random. It was a carefully orchestrated process, often dictated by the deceased's status and needs in the afterlife. Pharaohs, with their immense power and divine status, were accompanied by a large retinue of servants, reflecting their earthly court. Among the servants buried with the pharaohs, archaeologists have identified high-ranking officials, priests, scribes, soldiers, and even entertainers. Each servant played a specific role, mirroring the complex hierarchy of the pharaoh's earthly court. The presence of these diverse professions suggests a belief that the afterlife mirrored earthly life, requiring a similar structure and workforce to function smoothly. The inclusion of servants in pharaohs' tombs underscores the importance of social hierarchy in ancient Egyptian society. It reflects a belief system where the pharaoh's power extended beyond death, requiring a continued entourage to maintain his status and authority. This practice also highlights the perceived importance of servants in ancient Egyptian life, their roles deemed essential even in the afterlife. Chapter 3. Ritual sacrifice or willing participants. The nature of servant burials, whether they involved ritual sacrifice or willing participation, remains a topic of debate among historians and archaeologists. While evidence suggests that early burials involved human sacrifice, the methods and motivations behind these sacrifices remain unclear. Were these servants forcibly killed, or did they willingly choose to accompany their masters to the afterlife? Some theories suggest that servants were drugged or poisoned to ensure a painless death, while others propose more violent methods. However, there's also evidence suggesting that some servants may have willingly chosen to be buried with their masters, driven by religious beliefs or a sense of loyalty. This willingness could stem from a belief that serving their master in the afterlife guaranteed them a better existence. The debate surrounding the nature of servant burials highlights the ethical complexities of interpreting ancient practices through a modern lens. While the idea of human sacrifice is abhorrent to modern sensibilities, it's essential to understand these practices within the context of ancient Egyptian beliefs, where death was viewed as a transition, not an end. Further research and analysis of archaeological evidence are crucial to understanding the motivations and circumstances surrounding servant burials, painting a clearer picture of this complex practice. Chapter 4. Unearthing the Past. Archaeological excavations have unearthed numerous servant burials, each providing valuable insights into this ancient practice. One of the most significant discoveries was the tomb of King Jur, a pharaoh of the first dynasty in Abydos. His tomb contained the remains of 318 individuals believed to be servants, who were sacrificed to accompany him to the afterlife. This discovery provided early evidence of the practice of servant burials and their association with royal power. Another key discovery was the tomb of Queen Merseyk, the third queen of the fourth dynasty in Giza. Her tomb contained the remains of several servants, including a dwarf who was likely a court jester. This finding suggests that even entertainers were considered essential for the queen's well-being in the afterlife. These discoveries, along with many others, have contributed significantly to our understanding of servant burials in ancient Egypt. Chapter 5. A case study. The tomb of Tutankhamun, the boy king of the 18th dynasty, offers a unique case study of servant burials. While Tutankhamun's tomb is renowned for its treasures and the mystery surrounding his death, it also provides valuable insights into the practice of servant burials during this period. Unlike earlier tombs, Tutankhamun's tomb contained no evidence of human sacrifice. Instead, he was buried with symbolic servants in the form of Ushabti figurines. These Ushabti, crafted from various materials like wood, clay, and faience, were inscribed with spells and prayers. They were meant to come to life in the afterlife and perform any labor required of Tutankhamun, freeing him to enjoy his eternal existence. The presence of a Ushabti instead of actual servants suggests a shift in religious beliefs, a move away from literal sacrifice towards a more symbolic representation of servitude in the afterlife. The Ushabti found in Tutankhamun's tomb provide valuable insights into the evolving nature of servant burials. They reflect a gradual shift in religious beliefs and practices, highlighting the changing attitudes towards death and the afterlife in ancient Egyptian society. Chapter 6. Journey to the Underworld. The practice of servant burials is deeply intertwined with ancient Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife. The Egyptians believed in a complex underworld, ruled by Osiris, the god of the dead. To reach this underworld, the deceased had to embark on a perilous journey, navigating treacherous landscapes and facing judgment for their earthly deeds. Servants were believed to play a crucial role in this journey, providing assistance and support to their masters. They were expected to carry out tasks, offer protection, and ensure the deceased's smooth transition into the afterlife. This belief reflects the ancient Egyptians' desire for continuity, a seamless transition from the mortal world to the eternal realm, where social structures and hierarchies remained intact. Chapter 7. Echoes of Ancient Beliefs. While the idea of human sacrifice is abhorrent to us today, it's crucial to understand it within the context of ancient Egyptian beliefs, where death was viewed as a transition, not an end. These burials provide a unique window into a world where religious beliefs permeated every aspect of life, shaping social structures, rituals, and even the afterlife. The echoes of these ancient beliefs can be seen in modern funeral practices, albeit in a vastly different form. The tradition of placing personal items in coffins, the inclusion of photographs and letters, and the very act of burying our loved ones with care and respect reflect a continued desire to provide for them in their final journey, a sentiment that resonates with the ancient Egyptians' practice of servant burials.